Hello, good morning, and welcome to another episode of Andrea Speaks TV. I'm your host, Andrea, bringing you commentary you can use. So, this morning I want to bring some information to you and let you know that it seems like robots are taking over the workplace. So, the information that I want to bring to you this morning comes from Fox Business, and the title of the article says U.S. robot orders surge 40% as labor shortages and inflation persist. So you all know right here on the channel, I've talked about, I brought you all coverage on robots and the fact that many companies were turning to robots as a possible solution to the labor shortage. As a matter of fact, I do have a link to one of my videos on robots in the description. So make sure you check out that link as well. So let me get back to the article. So according to Fox Business, okay, the article says inflation and the tight labor market are becoming a win-win for robots. Okay, the article says orders for workplace robots in the United States surged 40% year over year in the first quarter of 2022 as companies are leveraging automation to combat ongoing labor shortages and cut costs as inflation continues to hover near a 40-year high. Now, the article goes on to say that according to data from the Association for Advancing Automation, or A3, as it is also referred to, around 9,000 robots collectively worth approximately $544 million were sold in the United States during the first quarter, compared to more than 6,400 robots collectively worth approximately $346 million sold during the same period a year ago. Okay. Let's see. The article also goes on to talk about, let's see, I'm just kind of skimming over it. Let's see. Now, here are the industries. Okay, listen to this, y'all. Here are the industries leading in the robot orders. Okay, so you have the metals industry, which is up 40%, plastics and rubber up 29%, the semiconductor, electronics, and photonic industry up 23%, consumer goods 21%, all others 56%. Now, that information also comes from A3, or the Association for Advancing Automation. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Here's a quote from the A3 Vice President of Membership and Business Intelligence, who told Fox Business companies of all sizes and increasingly small and medium sized companies are deploying robots and automation because it's more feasible than ever before. Okay. His quote also continues by saying there are a variety of funding models, new hardware and software, and more user friendly experiences for customers to enjoy. Okay, now the data comes as there are currently 11.4 million job openings in the United States. The Labor Department reported that 4.4 million Americans, or about 2.9% of the workforce, quit their jobs in April. During the month, the U.S. economy added a stronger than expected 428,000 non farm jobs. Okay, here's another quote by the A3 vice president, who said the major trend we are hearing about relative to labor and automation right now is that companies can't find people. Okay. So many of our members, he is quoted as saying, are hiring right now, but can't fill the positions due to lack of qualified candidates. Okay. The article also goes on to say that inflation has also taken a bite out of workers' wage gains, with real average hourly wages. I'm sorry, with real average hourly earnings falling 2.6 on an annual basis in April. Okay, in its Future of Jobs report published in October 2020, the World Economic Forum, okay, you all know in recent videos I've talked about the World Economic Forum, who they're a group of people who are not elected, but there are a group of people, some who are businessmen and women, some who others may refer to as elites. They're coming together and they're discussing different topics, and even some people are saying, that they're coming together to not only create their agenda, but to come up with a plan to implement their agenda all across the world. But listen to this, y'all. I thought it was interesting that, excuse me, the World Economic Forum was mentioned. So the article concludes by saying that in its Future of Jobs report published in October 2020, the World Economic Forum estimated that the time spent on current tasks at work by humans and machines will be equal by the year 2025. Let me repeat that. I think some of y'all missed that. In its Future of Jobs report published in October 2020, okay, not quite 2 years ago, right? The World Economic Forum estimated that the time spent on current tasks at work by humans and machines will be equal in 2025. What do y'all think about that? Now, the World Economic Forum also predicted that 85 million jobs may be displaced by a shift. Listen to this, y'all, by a shift in the division of labor between humans and machines by 2025, while 97 million new jobs may emerge that are more adapted to the new division of labor between humans, machines, and algorithms. So let me know your thoughts on that, about robots taking over the workplace. Now, also, it was just announced recently that a restaurant, the restaurant Chick-fil-A, is actually going to start testing out new delivery robots. So let me go ahead and give you some information on that as well. This information comes from the news channel WSB TV, which is out of Atlanta. And the title of the article says Georgia-based Chick-fil-A testing out new delivery robots. Listen to this news, y'all. So the article says you might soon be able to get a chicken sandwich brought right to your door with Chick-fil-A's new delivery robots. Okay, the Atlanta-based company, the article says, is testing out new autonomous robots to deliver food straight to you. Now, Chick-fil-A says the robots use artificial intelligence, or AI as it's commonly called, systems and depth perception cameras so they can get around pedestrians, car lanes, sidewalks, and more. Okay. The article also says they've got a top speed, meaning the robots, they have a top speed of up to 15 miles per hour. And the robots are only venturing about a mile from the restaurant, however. Okay. Here's a quote by the senior director of new ventures, who says it's always going to be about well prepared quality food, but where and how you consume your Chick-fil-A meal based on your daily needs is constantly changing. We want to learn how to extend our hospitality from our restaurants to meet you where you are. Now, the article also concludes by saying for now, the installed robots are being tested at limited restaurants in California, Texas, and Florida. Okay. If they're successful, the article says there's no timeline for when the rest of the country could see the Chick-fil-A bots. All right, y'all. So let me know your thoughts. Also, make sure you check out the link in the description of this video where you can find more coverage of where I have talked about even months ago the fact that, more and more companies were turning to using robots as possible solutions to the labor shortage. There are also, like just like anything, there are pros and cons to using robots in the workplace. But I want to hear from you. What do you think are the advantages and disadvantages for using robots in the workplace? Do you think this is the future of where we're going in the workforce? Let me know your thoughts. I want to hear from you. So again, thank you all so much for subscribing to Andrea Speaks TV YouTube channel. Please make sure you leave a comment below. Also, you can follow me on Instagram at Andrea Speaks TV. My Instagram is at Andrea Speaks TV. And as always, thank you all so much for subscribing. Take care and stay tuned for more news and coverage right here on Andrea Speaks TV.